to solve is what? Like we want to write a code which will find out how many times a number is appearing in an array given. And the problem statement says that our array is declared in data section. How will you work out? If you recall, we talked about this while computing max as well as min. We traversed the array, correct? Whatever the array that was given, we traversed it successfully. So similar logic is to be used by us to achieve that goal. So let us see how exactly we will work out. So I wrote it before a while so that we can work with say character string later. But let me show you the code that I wrote. So let us say I have been given an array which contains say these numbers. So I am using a message, okay, which I want to use in say in scanf, okay, and I have declared one even a message or format with found variable found %d times, and in BSS I am declaring two variables. One is search, other one is count. Correct. Now the number is to be searched. I am going to store in search variable, and the how many times I got it would be stored in count. And then like I'm adding a scanf call and getting that number, what number you want to search. So in search variable. So I got that number here. Now I'm initializing my counter to 0. Correct. So I could have written this like this even. Move the word of count ECX because ECX is made 0 initially. That's why. So otherwise you can say move statement like this, the way that I wrote earlier. But we don't want, say for example, that we can do this. Okay, so I gave array address. I took ECX as index because I have to traverse the whole array. And I'm initializing that count to 0. Now I'm taking size of that every element, like we declared here it as dd, correct? So we declared dd, so that's why we took this 4. Fine. And then we are saying move ex comma 4 multiply ECX value, so index multiply by 4. So this actually we are doing this what? Index multiplied by size. Fine. And then we are adding that here as base plus index multiplied by size, and this value in square bracket, because we want that value on this address, is to be moved to EDI. Correct. And then we are comparing that with the search. What is the search value that we gave here? We are comparing with EDI. So if it is not equal, then it should come out. If it is equal, then it should increment the word count. So in both cases, I have to check where my array is ending. So I'm adding one more compare EDI -1 because I have taken EDI to correct both the cases, whether it is found or not found. So if it is found, then it will not directly jump. It will increment this. If found, if not found, then it will come over here. Compare EDI value with -1 because EDI is containing the value. And then if it is -1, then come out of the code. Otherwise, increment the EDX and unconditional jump to 10 2, and then this will continue. Right, so let me show you in the bottom part we displayed that count. So let us see this array. So array I gave is like 10, 100, 12, 235, 345, 67, 12, -1. So we know that we have not given 542. Fine. So let us give that input. So let me translate this code. Let me link, and then I am giving 542. Then it says found 0 times. So now let me give 12. I know that I have given 12 2 times, so I can see that. So let us give 100. We have given that number, so it is going to return me that thing. Understood? Any question with this? I will show that code again. I'm pasting it into our chat box. So if you have any query, you can ask me on that aspect. So this code is doing what? It is trying to find out how many times a number is occurring, fine, in an array. Any question with this? See the code and try to understand it. I will show on my screen as well. So here what we did. So this code is doing what? Occurrence count in an integer array. So this is our code, correct? So see the thing, like you can use any variable names, not a problem. So here you are reading variable value to search for number to search, read from user, a number to search, and then traverse the array. This is traverse and comparison. So this is comparison, and if it is not equal, then it comes to this level. If it is equal, then increments count. That's what is only happening. Fine. Any question with this? Now, how will you write similar code for a character string? What changes we will make here? Can somebody tell me? Where would be the change?
%d.
It would be %c. OK. Other change. Now it is assumption that OK, like you have array declared as a string. So let us not talk about that mainly. Let us talk about something else in the code, with assumption that everything is cleared in data section. We have taken care of data section. Now I'm talking about code point of view. So see this code which was added in chat box as well as here, where the changes would be. So this will remain as it is, correct? Message would change, but this will remain as it is because we want to search a character. Now this also would remain same. Where the change would be here in these two statements. This move and compare. Why? Because we have to take the value into a 8-bit variable or a register. This value, whatever the value, here we are taking d word because we have declared it as double. Now it would be byte, right? One character by character you are going to do that. Same case, the same change would be here. So this is to be changed to a byte kind of thing, and then rest of the code is similar. So you have not to change anything. You have to change only these two things importantly. These two statements. Can somebody write the same code? You can copy paste that code and give me for a string. Try writing it. Those having laptops, you can try that so that we will work out. So maybe you can try and let me know. No answer. Like I was waiting for your reply. Like somebody is typing the code and giving me the code. Anybody trying that code? You can share screen. Who is trying? You can share the screen. No problem. ऋतुजा प्रोग्राम टाइप करते इसका कि लैपटॉप वर नाही आज पण. योगेश्वरी आवाज ब्रेक होतोय. Sudeshna, have you started writing it? Okay, somebody can share who is writing, like can share the screen so that I can check what exactly is happening there. Sujit, तू करतोय प्रोग्राम टाइप?
सर लाईट नाही, डिस्चार्ज झालाय लॅपटॉप.
तू पण डिस्चार्ज झाला का? ठीक आहे.
नाही सर.
आदिती, श्रीराम, मनोज पोपलगट, Maimuna, have you started copying? Have you copied that code? Chetan, Pradnya, Payal. Okay, seems you are asking me to write the code. Yeah, somebody unmuted. So, do you want to say something? So let me make the change. Now I am adding string here. So db, this is a test string added to check occurrence of a character. Length, so no need to take that length. So here we want to end it with 0. So wherever we wrote -1, we will change it to 0. Okay, we have to make changes below. So let us work out. We want this to be done as %C. We want search item to be %B. Correct. So at least we got that. Fine. So this is doing what? Occurrence of count of occurrence of a character in given string. So this part would be okay. So we are getting address. Now change is required over here. So we have to take it as byte. We'll say XOR EDX comma EDX. Here we will use DL byte DL. Correct. Rest of the things seems okay. So here we have to talk about DL. Correct. Compare DL comma 0 because DL is getting a character. Here this would be, we are getting that character in DL 8-bit register. So this would be byte. Fine. So let us take a test. So we will take I. So I is occurring 1, 2, 3 times, correct? So let us check with I. I will reopen that code. Let us first check 01 01. Now what we want I. So what is the problem? So let us try to check the change, check the problem. So it said percent C found. Okay, count. So see, we got address, we got 4 in, no, sorry. We wanted index size to be 1, nah? Size is 1, so it is 4 actually, so it should be 1. So that's why the problem probably could be. So let us try to nasm gcc ./a.out I. Yes, we got it. So let us take another character there from the code. Which one you want me to take? Can we take C? Let us take count C. C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct? So let us check this. C found 7 times. If I take capital T, then it is only 1. Correct? Small t, then found 5 times. So let us check that 5 times. So you can compare now the code that I wrote. So I will maximize this window and I will open another file for you. Control G, Control X3, Control XF 0char.asm. So both the codes are here. See what we did here. So I will add comment here. Count the occurrence of a number in given array. So this is the code. So you can compare now these two. Correct. This is section. You can check what change we made. We replaced this array by this string. Correct. Message was changed to, like somebody mentioned, like Irusha mentioned that %d should be %c. Okay, we made the change. Found is like we are having that same thing. This resd was one of them was converted to a byte resb1 because we want a character. So here we wanted to read a character. So that's why same thing. We also kept this whole stuff, like these 3 statements also are same here. Correct. So let us go below. We'll go to the temp2 code. Okay, let us go here to temp2. Now compare the code. Move ex, 4. It is because size of integer. Here what we have to write? Size of a character. Control XS, Control XS. Multiply ECX. Here size, because we want this index multiplied by size. Na? So as it is an integer array, so this size is 4. In this case, size should be 1. That's why EX should contain 1. And then instead of this, where we took EDI, na? We took that variable with EDI, the value with EDI. Here, as it was a 32-bit value, that's why we could use 32-bit register. But when we talk about a character, we have to make use of 8-bit register only. That's why we used here DL. Correct. And then we are comparing that DL with this byte. Only this is the change. Rest, I think everything is same. Any question with this? Yes, please. Any question, please? I will copy this code as well. So I will save both and I will add this code as well for you. Gedit. Now see both the codes. So now you can search into array. We already found maximum, minimum. So I want you to write integer related things, integer related data, correct, or a code. So that it can help me out with respect to rather understanding like how exactly we can work out integer operations. So you can find out, like I am adding assignments over here. So prime number, check prime number, this calculate factorial. Okay, then calculate whether tell whether it is even or odd. Fine. Then I want addition of digits for a given number. So I want you to write these 4 programs today night and submit them tomorrow. So that I can add that there in LLAP. We will be taking test probably on Monday. Okay, that would be online test on Moodle. Fine. So you have to work with Moodle on that day, Monday. Okay, it would be in afternoon slot only, so that like we can verify. And I'm going to share you one new link. I am hopeful that you will be able to log in there. I will let to log in. I will add that information on Moodle platform as well. So those who cannot, we'll talk about them. Like we will try to sort out, but at least we are going to make use of cloud-based Moodle system. We are simply moving from the old UI to new UI. We were waiting, and your exams of your third would be conducted there only. Yes. So any problem with the code that I posted? Yes, please. Any question? So though I have written only 4 programs in this case, like 2, so that you can add as many programs as you wish. I hope Isha must have told you that either of the day I can ask you to submit all codes that have been written by, not written by me, but written by you. Correct. And then if you try to copy from something, like I can definitely check it. Okay, because we have now Turnitin installed. Turnitin is a plagiarism checker. And then that will help us rather to find out if it is copied code. Okay. Any question? Can we move to next code? Yes, please. Okay, so nobody is saying anything. So I'm assuming that whatever I asked, you are going to do that. So let me now think of writing this code. What are the character occurrences there? Okay, I want this code be written. Can I write this code using a string instruction? Fine. So let us work. So I will quit from it. I will try to write a code. CP. Max. Now we want to write same code, but here count of occurrence of a character in a given string will be what? Okay, so before a while I will introduce you one one important instruction. Now suppose like I want to find out a substring. How will you check that substring? Maybe I showed you like finding a character, correct? So how will you compare the substring? We already discussed about CMPSB yesterday, correct? not yesterday, but in previous session. See, we compared ES and EDI together. Fine. Now, what I want is I want you to write a code. Okay, I will add it in your assignment part as well, but it will not be the assignment to be submitted tomorrow. I want you to write a code which will check substring, input substring. You will give one string and you are going to check the given substring is available or not. If it is found, then say found. If it not found, then not found. Fine. Try writing that code so that we can get idea of how exactly this substring can be used. Now let me make some changes here in the code. Now suppose I have a data of students. I'm deleting this whole stuff. So here I'm saying UCSD batch DB. Here I'm writing, like for example, MCA. Roll number is U19108. Umesh Raut. Gender is male. Then we'll write MCA here. Now I have one more because I don't want a single record to be used, so I'm declaring this. Now I'm copying this data. I have another student, say 18101, 106. So I'm declaring one more string. So like here you may see what I'm doing is I'm trying to declare some data, okay, with multiple lines. So even if it is spanned over multiple lines, this is a single, like it is a complete string for it, and strings are divided with this 0. Fine. So 19210. Rajesh Deshpande. Suppose now I have this data. What I want is I want to find out how many of them are from MC and how many of them are from MSc. What I am required to do here? Can you give me idea? Like if suppose this is a string available, like we are going to declare few elements there only. By the way, huh? So we are going to declare few variables here, okay, which we are going to make use of. So that's not the issue. I want you to tell me like how exactly you will write this code. Suppose you have to write this code and you want number of students listed such that they are from MCA or they are from MSc. How will you write this code? So as MCA is a substring, correct? MCA is substring. So you have to search for it, correct? Now, if I say, can you give me list of like count of students with gender to be male, then I exactly know where this is a format of my database. Suppose this is kind of I give generally name to this kind of assignment or program. I say database assignment. So this is your structure. This is your structure. Say for example, roll number, name, gender, and degree. These are my 4 columns, and I know that the values may vary, but this is going to be always an for a record. Correct. Now, how will you search? How will you search that? So you have to reach to this level. How will you search this? How will you reach to this level? Because you want to check whether it is who is female and so on. So what you know from the pattern? This is a pattern given to you, correct? So we are talking about now pattern matching using assembly. How will you search this? So we should know, like, when this male or female is occurring, M or F is occurring. Can somebody tell me when it is occurring? Unmute yourself and tell me. As per the structure, as per the, you may say, schema, this schema given. So there is no size defined. Say for example, roll number seems to be defined, correct? 6 characters would be there, but with respect to name, number of characters may vary, correct? So how will you work out with this? How will you separate it out? So can you identify some similarity in this pattern? Please unmute and let me know so that I can understand whether are you with me or not.
Sir, maybe we can check for comma, the second comma.
Very good, very good. So we can check the second comma, and when second comma is done, we are going to check with next comma, because that's where the string would be ending, and then later 0. When it reaches to 0, then we have to start again looking for second comma, correct? Can you write that code? So I'm introducing you a string, you may say a instruction. So write it. So global main extern, I will use puts for a while, main. Now I am declaring this PUCSD batch. Sorry. Okay, now you exactly know what Maimuna said was we have to search for a comma. How many commas are to be skipped? Initially 2, correct? So let us declare here size, string size, EQU $dash PUCSD batch. So no problem, even if it is going to be in your first column, correct? That should not be the problem, basically. Now, next thing, what we want is we want to reach to that. So now let us add that to a register AL. What we want? A comma to be verified. Correct. Now let me write this SCASB. There is one instruction. I will talk about it. Now I'm writing for both so that you can understand which register it is using internally. I'm giving to both. Now I'm writing SCASB. This SCASB says scan a string with a byte available AVAILABLE in AL. Fine. And even like your STD CLD would be used here. So whether you want to go to back or you want to go to right or left. Okay. So let us first try working with this code and we will see whether it is working with ESI or EDI. I want you to see that and you should tell me what exactly it is using. NASM-APLF32 0402.asm GCC 0402.o-m32. We forgot this dwarf dash dwarf GDB. Fine, I'm displaying EAX ESI and EDI. Breakpoint main. Fine. Now I am saying run. Now please concentrate on the values. ESI, EDI are same now, correct? Correct. Now we are putting in AL a character, so would not be shown directly to us because now like what is happening is say display /c $EAL. So then you can see that comma is displayed. Correct. Comma is available. Now, if I talk about SCASB, if I execute this instruction now, which is here, the next NI, then try to concentrate on which of these two registers are getting changed, whether ESI is changing or whether EDI is changing. Now, what was changed? Can you tell me what is changed? Yes. So it looks like your spokesperson is Maimun. Okay. Who talk? कोण बोलतंय मला नाव सांग ना मला दिसत नाही.
श्रेया.
श्रेया. वा श्रेया बोलली दिवाळीच्या याच्यात. It is changed. That means what? That means what? We have to really concentrate on this EDI only. So I will remove this. I want to reach to this comma first. So what it should do now? If I say SCASB, one SCASB will scan one at a time. So I have to repeat this. If you recall, we said that stored with EDI with a byte available in AL. Correct. Now I hope you must have understood. Now important thing is like we will write this move ECX comma. Now you might have seen I said this string size. Correct. Now let us do this. So let us find out first for first case. For first comma, how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. And then comma occurs. So if it is 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on 6th comma is there. So we will try to see how much EDI is changing, and I will write here repeat. Okay. Repeat SCASB, and now let me come out of this. Yesterday we talked about repeat prefix. Not yesterday, but in previous session. Now let us debug the code. Display $EDI. This is important for us. ECX. Fine. And side by side, check value of ECX as well. ECX got 85. This is the string size. Okay. EDI got the address. AL got the thing. Repeat SCASB 84. Now see, address is changing. Now it is 9. Fine. Then it came out. Why? See, it came out of the code. Nothing is happening. So program is not run. It is not checking at all. Correct. This 9, it took only first character because we wrote repeat prefix. Only repeat. So now let us try to make use of another prefix. REPNE. I'm using REPNE. Repeat till not equal. Now let us try to use it. NASM GCC GDB ./a.out display $EDI. We want ECX breakpoint main run. Again same thing 8. Correct. Now see 80. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so after see earlier it was 9. Correct. 8 na. Check where was EDI first. First EDI was at 8. Correct. Here EDI was 8. So if I see the data, this is C 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then it reached here 14. Correct? Then it continued with next because it crossed. It came out of this. It came out of this because see, it is showing here some blank statement. Correct? That means there is no instruction available. 15 statement is not available. That's why it is showing us that nothing is there after this. You can check after this repeats CAS B. When it is equal, terminate this. Repeat till not equal, execute this. So we have to skip 3 times. Correct? This is now this is second. We have to skip 2 times. Then only we can continue with this. Correct? Now how will you work out this? Have you understood this CAS B by the way? Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So rest of them cannot hear me. So it is good. At least Maimuna and I think Rajashree replied. Fine. So what this CAS B does? CAS B takes a character in AL, searches it with the address stored with EDI. See this string instruction. This CAS B is a string instruction. Scan a string. SCA is scan a string. That's why I said scan a string address stored with EDI with a byte. So when I said address, I mean by value at that address. So I will make the correction there for your preference. Scan a string at address stored with EDI with a byte available in AL. This is compulsory. Like CAS B uses AL and EDI together. MoveSB uses. Can somebody tell me what MoveSB uses?
Move string byte.
No, what it uses internally, which register it uses?
E6.
ESI and EDI. CMPSB uses ESI and EDI. SCAS-B uses EDI only along with AL. If you use SCAS-B, if you write SCAS-W, SCAS-W, then AX. If you take SCAS-D, then EAX. Fine. But generally when we say scan string operations, rather string operations would be using internally what? The value in AL to scan the character. Now work for you peoples. What I want is, like we already wrote the count code, correct? Counting. You have to make use of club together them and try to see, like I want you peoples to count for me. You can add 10, 15 records like this, the way that I added here. Right? You can add 10, 15 records separated by 10, 0, or you can write here 10. Okay, for a while. And each line is ending with 10. Correct. And last line to terminate the code, you are going to end with 0. So you have to check whether it is 0. If it is not 0, then continue to the next line. So 10 is telling you that it is next line, and 0 is telling to you that it is the string processing is done completely. So I want you to try writing a code which will permit you to find out number of records in this PUCSD batch, the way that we declared this data. I want you to tell me how many males are there, how many females are there. Okay, at least first you give me count of male only for or female only, depending upon your gender choice. Okay, you find out that data for me. So you take till Saturday, you have to write this code. Fine, I'm adding this code for you peoples, like how does CAS B is to be used. By the way, can you tell me why I used why I haven't used repeat only? We saw that it is not permitting us to continue with next character, so it worked with only one record. Fine. So we want it to be continued because we are comparing. That's why repeat till not equal or repeat till equal. Correct. REPE or REPNE. Somebody was asking in previous session what is REPE. So you can see here how we used REPE. Control C. I will write and paste this code here in for your reference. Yes, any question? Now for some programs, I'm going to add videos rather on LLAP Moodle site. Okay. By the way, probably I will be sharing with you one link which you have to join, and let me know if you are able. How many of you are having now proper team account? Anybody there who is not having team account and using a guest access like created by him or her? I assume everybody is having now roll number @UOPCA. Fine, user ID. So like that would be user ID that you are going to make use of at the time of your third semester examination, which would be on cloud. Okay, cloud based Moodle platform. So I am going to add videos for all students in the campus to introduce that particular UI. Some small change in the UI is there, so not too much worry about. So if any question, you can ask me regarding the code that I have written.